Gosh. Oh, I love Blight. I miss when he had his full kit, though. I think it was a much healthier killer, and that gameplay was much healthier for both sides when he had his hug tech. Even if you changed the former add-ons, his old base kit was in a much better spot than this. I wouldn't want to play any killer on console. We break it from this side. I remember too. Doesn't it bring back memories? That's usually how it goes. play some Wraith, I think. Yeah, this is fine. I enjoy all of the killers. There isn't currently anybody that I dislike. Oh my god, Ping. You liked Pig and Clown, yeah? And if I remember correctly, you also enjoyed Legion. I think you've asked me to play a lot of Legion, Trickster, and Pig. Dedicated killer players usually have very good memory. The game trains it. Only tap, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I want to hide from the tap and bait the Unbreakable if he has one for me. I usually hang out with somebody from 10 o'clock, but if it's earlier than that, I may hang out for a bit. Otherwise, I'd probably just lurk. Lurking is when you're active in somebody's stream, when you mute the tab through the browser and not through the volume control on Twitch, and you don't participate in chat. It's either watching passively and very privately, or it's hanging out and giving the view. It's a funny thing, especially between really small content creators, or sometimes like really dedicated fans or supporters that would like to hang out with you but can't activate at the moment. People often like lurk on their favorites at like work or something, or when they play their own stuff. Hey, how you doing? I'm in a great mood. Let's play some more Blade, I think. I'm in the mood. A great mood. Very good spirits. I'm in the mood to slug people with Blight today. It just means I feel like it. That's okay, my English isn't very good either. You get a speed boost when you swing. Normal killer movement speed is 4.6 meters per second. When you're lunging, it's 6.9. And then you have the cooldown where you move really slowly. But if you're falling, then it doesn't mean anything. And it's free distance because you're falling at full speed during the recovery. It's more efficient. And sometimes you can swing when falling to change your momentum. Like if you're going to drop and you're going to turn around, it's good to swing where you're going. It just makes you catch up faster. You want the lunge speed. It's kind of like when you want to lunge at somebody at a pallet, but you don't want to get validated. You don't lunge through it because of the hang time. And you don't short swing because of the hang time either. You swing, and then you move after the fact, and you cancel the first part of the animation. You move the damage point forward. And that's a good way of hitting people, and also getting the pallet. Or making it so that people can't react to your dead hards. Just a movement tech. So that people can't reactively dead hard you. Especially with ping. We push the bot that way by standing here, so that she curls away from possible hatch spawns. And then it can't open at their feet. She'll bleed out during this animation, I think. Nope, it was just in time. There's so many reasons to slug. Resurgence, reassurance, 70-second hook timers, the 15 seconds it takes me to pick somebody up, carry them to a hook, initiate the hooking action, then leave. I don't have any perks that reward hooking people. I don't get anything for it. No Dead Hard, no Off the Record, no DS, no Kindred, no Will Make It. You too, Klez. Hooking's one of the noobiest things you can do. Unless you're gonna like hook someone next to a regressing generator in like the middle of a 3-gen or something. But against a team like that, I don't need to. We're not playing for a 3-gen, I'm 4King them at 5. Slugging has always been a win harder tactic. And it's just more time efficient right now. Can't even tunnel people, they can trade hook states. Unless it's going to reward them, no killer is going to hook anyone. Iron Grass still takes time. It's not just carrying, it's also carrying somebody over. It's putting them on the hook itself, it's walking back. It also gives the whole team an aura reveal on you, and lets them know they're safe for 15 seconds. Is it cheap to do it against these players? Yeah, probably. But that's only because I'm better than them. Survivor's stronger than me. At least on this patch they are. Even with killers like Blight. Now, is it toxic? I don't think so. If anything, it's really good sportsmanship. Could I pull my punches and still win? Yeah, probably. But then I'd make a fool of them. I'm treating them as if they were as good as I am. And I just hope that people have the decency and the maturity to give me the same respect. And if they're a sore loser, or if they get upset, or if they have a bad attitude about it, life goes on. Maybe the next team is better. I won't hold it against them. I have over 18,000 hours in this game, on this account, and over 9,000 more on my main. I've never played a boring game. I think it's one of those always the hunter, never the gun type things. If you're not having fun, then that's on you. And I'm not saying you personally, I'm just saying the person who's hypothetically not having fun. That's a maturity thing. Even infants know how to have a good time. That's part of how babies learn. It's nature. And even if you don't, I mean, that's okay. It just means you have some growing up to do. Again, the hypothetical, arbitrary you. I'm not talking about you personally. I don't really know your take. For me, if the survivors aren't amazing at the game, I kind of feel like I go to a restaurant and they serve me cold food, or they didn't finish the dish, But unlike at a restaurant where I can say, yo, your food sucks and send it back, I don't get to send my survivors back. So I make the best of the mediocre situation. Now, if I was going to moralize, I'd say they owe me and they should damn well do their best and not waste my time. But I also understand that not everybody has just the competence to do that. And so I try to be very gracious. What I will say is that I very much play for fun, and I am a very firm believer that anyone that wants to have a good time is going to. I'm a little bit of an ableist, so I think that with a lot of these issues, the facts speak for themselves, and you get the experience you deserve. I do usually walk away from games thinking, yeah, they could have done more. And I just hope they're a little bit more on point for the next one. Say, as somebody who plays a lot of Survivor personally, I kind of appreciate it if the killer is one, good, two, plays something that's relatively strong relative to what the killers can bring, and three, uses all of the tactics available to them opportunistically. The game is already too easy from a Survivor point of view, and I do not appreciate when killers go out of their way to make it more so in my favor. There's only one killer. You have a moral responsibility to really do your best and do everything. Otherwise, the best players who put the most time in the game just don't have too much to chew on or work with. If a Survivor team plays really well and makes the game trivial, then the killer can still sweat and try to thrive and strive for things. They can still try to snowball. They have something to play for. But if the survivors are disengaged, then there's nothing. There's no gameplay there. You can kind of go through the motions with comms and rotations, but even then it's really simple if the killer doesn't have traction. And DBD isn't a single player game. I kind of need people to play it with me. And so if I have a good team that's prepared to engage with the systems, they can make their callouts, they can use their synergies, they can rotate, they can macro, they can play well. Oh, good question, actually. It saves you a lot of time and momentum. If you pick up a survivor, not only is it the pickup animation, but it's also the hooking animation. You're walking to the hook, you're walking away from the hook. During that time, everybody on the map knows they're safe, because you're carrying somebody. You can't do shit. You also give them their perks. Many of the strongest survivor perks in the game actually happen on hook or when you unhook somebody else. You want to deny them. If you don't hook people, you don't eat Off the Record, you don't eat Dead Horde, you don't eat Reassurance, you don't eat Resurgence. You can't hurt somebody on the hook either. The hook stages are 70 seconds long. There's plenty of time to sit there. Hell, Reassurance, not only can you sit on the hook, you can have somebody drive by, 100 seconds, generator only takes 90. They can do a whole generator and come back, and then you're committed to this. And if you stay near them, or if the survivors make you come near them, then they get anti-camp, they get 4% opportunities, Deliverance is the thing. You lose the option of hooking somebody else later, Wicked is the thing. At least if they're on the ground, you need to make them commit Soul Guard or Unbreakable. You're already or less time efficient than the survivors if you play killer. You don't want to waste time. Who wasted whose time? Don't you think I deserve a better team? Don't get me wrong, your subjective opinion is fine, but I can play that game too. And I could say I'm offended or I deserve a lot more than you. And that you were lucky to play with me. Not that that's my honest opinion, I mean personally I don't mind, I had fun. I hope you either had fun or you learned a lot. Because that was an opportunity for you. If you don't want to be slugs, split up, do gens. And stop playing solo queue. It's easier to rotate and commit altruism, reset, not be slugged, and waste less time picking up slugs if you use comms. Perks can help too. We're Gonna Live Forever is amazing. Unbreakable is really good. Soul Guard's amazing right now, especially when a lot of killers are running Hex perks, because all of their hook-based regression and slowdown has been gutted and is really weak right now. You have 70-second hook states now. So killers are super not incentivized to hook anybody. Much stronger and much better, if you can pull it off, is a hard slugging game. And so all the anti-slug is super powerful. No Decisive Strike, no Hatch, no Dead Horde, no Off the Record, no Reassurance, no Resurgence, no Camaraderie, no Kindred, no Will Make It. It takes a lot of time to hook somebody. I have to pick you up, I have to walk to the hook, I have to put you on the hook. During that 15-second window, the entire team knows they're safe. You know where I am, you know where I'm coming from. You can reset with Will Make It. One Will Make It resets the whole team. You're already stronger than me. At least on this patch, Survivor is much stronger. Why do I want to waste time? I don't get anything for it. You can't 4% if I don't hook you. The game is consigned to 4 minutes of bleeding you out. If somebody unhooks themselves and resets, that 4 minutes can turn into 9. Not at all. The point of the game is preventing you from leaving. I have to kill you, you have to escape through the exit gates. That's how the MMR system works. Even originally, hooks were never the primary goal of Dead by Daylight. Originally, before the devs let it become a competitive sweatfest, it was supposed to emulate the slasher movies that the developers loved at Behavior. And the hooks were just a mechanism to make the game progress. The killer walks to a hook, something has to happen, someone has to get them, chases would happen. It's kind of like a hostage situation. Otherwise, this game is like hide and seek. And a lot less happens. Perks like Knockout exist, perks like Unbreakable exist, Soul Guard, there's a bleed out timer. I don't have to argue, and I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just telling you how it is. Because of spatial awareness, because of how you carried yourself and how you played in the last game, I think you're significantly younger than me. I don't think we're peers. I'm probably old enough to be your dad. This isn't going to be a serious discussion. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to belittle you. I'm not going to humiliate you. It's not really going to be a back and forth. I'll answer your questions. That's fine. Do with it what you will. And seriously, thanks for the match. I enjoyed playing with you. And if it makes you feel better, I thought you guys were kind of funny. And I really appreciate the RPD offering. Don't give up, you definitely could have kicked my ass on that map. And don't feel like hopeless. Because that's not how the game's supposed to go. Glad to hear it, Ashley. I hope you had a lot of fun. Until the last player. Formerly, I didn't even worry them. I would just put them on hook. The hatch spawns when there's only one player remaining. They're on death hook. They die. They don't get a chance to 4%. Alternatively, we have a Mori system now where you can kill the last survivor. I kill them when I can. If they're closer to a hook, I carry them so that they can't pick up with Soul Guard. Yeah, I wait for people just so that person's killable. Instead of hooking people and risking the 4% and the resets and the game going on. This is faster, it's more secure, and it controls hatch.